Hey, assassinators! I don't understand why it just went out like that and then just cut out. But no matter, I got a second clip of the Raw review video, and hopefully this will last longer than the last one. And anyway, that's what I was saying. We got Liv Morgan successfully hit three successful consecutive suplexes. I believe I'm assuming that she's doing the three amigos, and I was like, that's very rare. How can she successfully hit the three amigos like that? Like it's very rare. Like one time out of 10, like that move is gonna work for any wrestler in any company that matter, whether it's from WWE or AEW. But yeah, this is where we got um that's where then we got Liv Morgan to start taunting Dominic. This is like, did you like that, Dom? And then Dom's like, absolutely not. Wing, wing, nudge, nudge. I care for not. You remain as world champion. That's where we got Dirty Dom. Was still just did start doing the like it was rubbing his chin. This is where he started smiling. This is where we got this is where then we got what's her name? Liv Morgan is trying to be is trying to replace Rhea Ripley because she started doing the prison lock right on the Zelina Vega. This is where she started spinning her around, started bending her legs more harder. This is where then she started stepping on Zelina's back, trying to make her tap out. Zelina's like, no, I am not gonna tap. Like I will never surrender. This is where the Dirty Dominic Steele was looking at Liv Morgan. That's why I was like, yeah, he may be look like he's about to say that he got to find a plan to help Zelina. He's actually saying Liv is actually doing a pretty phenomenal job. Yes. Okay, excuse me for a moment. Not betray you. No. I didn't get some pizza. Where's the remote? How's it? This one? That one? Are you? All right. Fascinators, I'm back. This is where we got Zelina Vega was back on her feet, flipping out of Liv Morgan's maneuver. This is where did she then lift up Liv Morgan? This is where she stomped her right in the ground. This is where she fell right back. This is where Zelina Vega then dragged her right to the bottom right side. This is where then we got Zelina Vega then on a brought up on the top rope in the lower right side. Hits a pretty moonsault right off the top. Once you try to go for a pin on the Lord Morgan, Morgan kicks out at the upper. Kick out at 2.9, right before the referee can even attempt to go to 3. Here's where we got. Here's where then we got Liv Morgan. I mean, this is where we got Zelina Vega try to go for code red, but this is where we got Zelina Vega. It got countered by what's her name? I Liv Morgan into like some kind of a Kanoku driver. This is where we got her trying to go for a pinfall after she hit the maneuver. But this is where we got where we got Zelina Vega and flips her over into a sunset flip, sit out roll up. But this one she got like a 2.6 count. But this is where we got Liv Morgan hit a Shining Wizard Enziguri. This is where then she goes for a pin. And then this one, what's her name? Liv Morgan tried to go for a suplex, but Liv Morgan countered, hit a right hand onto the midsection, right onto the high above the ring. That's where then she finally got it right exactly where she wanted. This is where then we got her trying to go for an avalanche code red, I believe, after she banged Liv Morgan's head right into the turnbuckle on the top rope in the lower right. That's where then we got Zelina Vega then went crawl right on top of her back. This is where then she spent. This is where then she hits the code red, the avalanche code. This is where then She tried to crawl up to Liv Morgan, but Liv Morgan was already long gone when she rolled right on the outside. That's where the Zelina Vega's like, darn it, darn it, darn it. Like I was this close to becoming new women's world champion. I was like, yeah, like in a way, what could have been if Liv Morgan didn't roll out of there? Well, in kayfabe perspective, that's where then we got Zelina Vega then grab onto Liv. That's where Liv then pushes Zelina right into the bottom corner. I mean, well, not bottom, the top corner of that apron and the top corner of the ringside area. This is where we got Liv Morgan and carried her and rolled her out back in the ring. This is where we got Dominic Mysterio try to look like he's about to get involved, but this is where Rey Mysterio was close enough to him to try to stop him. This is where Dominic Mysterio started noticing him. He's like, well, "What are you doing? Why aren't you staying back there? Like, why are you worrying about me? Like mind your business. Like, this is my job to make sure Zelina wins." This is where the Rey Mysterio's like, whatever, whatever. We all know that you're trying to help Liv Morgan out, like for multiple reasons, like whatever your original reasons why you want to get so close to Liv. Like I'm gonna stop it right here. This is where he pushed him right up. Like back off. Like us LWO members do not need your favor. Like it's already enough that you stab right in the back. This is where then we got. This is where we got Corey Graves and said, like, this is pathetic. And I was like, you talking? And this is where he said, like, and this is where he made an excuse for Dominic Mysterio, saying, like I feel bad for Dominic Mysterio. This is where Michael Cole was like, why? Like, and he was like, why would you say that, Corey? This is where Corey's like, because like him growing up with a father like Ray. And I was like, oh, like you don't know who you talking to when you say that, like, because like, what if somebody told you, like, for me, an example, like, what if I start talking Sugar Honey Iced Tea about you and your son, like saying, like, I feel bad for your son because he has to put up and growing up to have a father like Corey Graves. You probably will be going over. You'll probably going over. You'll probably go over the sun and the moon and up in heaven, like with rage, and try to fly right back down to me and try to beat the hell out of me just because I said these words. Like for an example, like hypothetically speaking here, like, but you're not gonna see me say any horrible words about